Does a silent film interfere with our enjoyment? Yes, you may have a different unique answers. Cinema began with the silent films, but aside from that shortcoming, they try to tell their story using lighting, background design and costumes in black and white silent films. So today we hope to bring you information about how to filmmakers in certain era of history created cinema using their own tools and methods. Stay with us. This is the daily quiz.
Visual movement can be created by running a sequence of still photographs. Cinematography is the art and technology of this motion picture photography. A movement illusion is happening here. We call cinema this art of cinematography. Around 1826, some discoveries and experiments related to photographic technology led to the emergence of the media called cinema. We see a movie through a projector. The history of this projector dates back to 1600 AD. In the magic lantern shows shown at that time, images drawn on glass were used to create a reflection on the walls. The beginning of this is the simple technology of the projector machine that is still there today. Then people start experimenting to find a way to make these still images appear to be moving. In the 1878, the American photographer Eadweard Muybridge succeeded in the shooting series of photographs of a running horse on a glass plate using 24 cameras. He managed to create visual movement by taking photographs of a horse and its rider and running them. Then in 1882, a French scientist named Etienne Jules Marey used a single camera to capture a bird flying at 12 frames per second to study animal movement. He manages to do with a single camera what was done with 24 cameras till then. In this way, what was done with 24 cameras, the next step in the process was done by George Eastman in 1885. There is no one who does not know about Eastman. He is the founder of the Kodak company. He is the first to create celluloid roll film. It was this discovery that led Edison and the Lumiere brothers to record images. Today, we are also recording this discovery. In 1893, W.K.L. Dickson, an assistant to Thomas Alva Edison, developed the kinetograph, a camera that could shoot 35mm short films. Together with Dickson, Edison created the peep show machine called kinetoscope. But only one person at a time could see the movie through that. In that way, Black Maria was opened in New Jersey as the world's first motion picture studio for Edison's film production. In 1893, the first short film to be made with the kinetoscope machine was The Blacksmith Scene, directed by W.K.L. Dickson. So this is how the world's first film was shown. French brothers Louis and Auguste Lumiere are the first to show a series of motion pictures simultaneously to a large audience. On December 28, 1895, they presented their first commercial movie screening at the Grand Café in Paris. The Lumiere brothers do something that Edison could not. That is to make the camera and the projector as one machine. From this portable machine, printing, filming with the camera and shown with the projector were all possible. The Lumiere brothers took their camera outside. Roads, plantations, seashores or other important places became the background. Their goal was to capture daily life and newsworthy scenes. They are one of an early film. Arrival of a train is a case in point. This is the beginning of French cinema. So as mentioned earlier, the beginning of French cinema took place on December 28, 1895 through the successful public cinema exhibition held by the Lumiere brothers with 10 short films on the ground floor of the Grand Café. In fact, Before the Lumiere brothers in 1895, Woodville Layton had shown a film in America with the kinetoscope. Also on November 1st, 1895, Max Skladanowski, a German inventor, projected motion pictures to an audience. But on success, the Lumiere brothers are credited with the first public exhibition of films. Anyway, both Edison and Dixon, as well as the Lumiere brothers, showed silent black and white films of a few minutes. In 1895, Louis Lumiere produced a French short black and white silent comedy film called The Waterer Watered. Here an imputed child plays a prank on a gardener innocently watering his plants. Until 1903, many films were based on real events. It was only after that the feature films reached the cinema media. Various experiments were carried out in the relation to cinema. The Lumiere company sent its camera teams to many countries around the world. But even after traveling and shooting many films, they decided to give up this business. In 1905, they completely withdrew from the work of shooting and exhibiting films. It is based on the reason that there is no future for these silent films. Although the Lumiere brothers left the film industry, Edison and others who saw how they earned money from films screening wanted to make longer films instead of just a few minutes films. Due to the success of the Lumiere brothers, Edison was inspired to show films with a projection instead of a kinetoscope through his Black Maria studio. They face a problem when making long movies, that is the film reel getting stuck in the projector and tearing. Woodville Layton is finding a solution to this. He solves this problem by creating a separate successful projector machine. This machine was named Layton Loop. After that, Francis Jenkins and Thomas Armour improved this machine. They called this Vitascope. After realizing the success of this machine, Edison took ownership of this machine and named it Edison Vitascope. In 1897, George Méliès, a French magician who had become interested in the illusions, built his first studio. He adds magical features to his films and creates the necessary backdrops in the studio. In 1899, he films all fairy tales like Cinderella. It was released by Méliès Star Film Company. Méliès' methods were imitated by many and he became the most popular cinematographer of the era. The production and exhibition of films that started like this came to the 20th century as silent films. In this era, there were no obstacles in moving a film from one country to another. By 1904, the feature format had become the most popular and successful film format in the world. French, Italian, and American films began to invade the world cinema market almost entirely. But with the First World War, there was some setback in the film business. Meanwhile, the Hollywood film industry became the world's leading film production monopoly. Also, in different countries, independent cinema movements had reflected the unique characteristics of each country began to emerge. This video, which has brought information about the historical evolution of cinema, which has become an active entertainment industry, ends here. Thank you for staying. See you in another special video.